Microsoft gives us some other ways to deal with keeping our data backed up. We have a feature that is actually a cloud-based feature called OneDrive we can use. OneDrive is free. If you have a Microsoft account, you can use it free, and you get a certain amount of storage that is completely free. If you want, you can up your storage for a monthly fee to a premium tier, which lets you have a lot more storage for storing data. The idea of OneDrive is it's going to synchronize the files down on your hard drive with the cloud. And the idea, of course, is maybe your building burns down and you lose your computer and your hard drive and all of it with it. You've got all your stuff backed up to the cloud. Of course, you do kind of have to trust Microsoft. This is your data is going to be stored in their cloud. But the concept of OneDrive works like this. Okay, you go here to the File Explorer. When you go into File Explorer, you'll see OneDrive over here on the left side. When you first click on it, it's going to prompt you to put in your Microsoft account. If you've already got a Microsoft account, you'll enter that in. Okay, but if you don't have a Microsoft account, it'll let you create one free, and then at that point you have a OneDrive account. And as you can see, I've got documents, I've got pictures, and all that is being stored up in the cloud. I've got a couple of files here. One says do not delete, one says important, okay, that I've created. I could create another file here if I wanted, another text file. We'll call it stats, okay, put some information in it, bunch of numbers, okay. All right, so there's our stats, whatever it is, and that's all synchronized. Notice that little green check mark means that it's been synchronized out to the cloud. If you looked closely, if you saw closely, it has a little spinning icon when it's synchronizing, but all that's synchronized to the cloud. I can actually check to see if it's synchronized to the cloud by opening up my web browser and going to onedrive.live.com, and I can see by logging onto this website, I can click on my documents and I can see the documents that are there. Okay, so as you can see, there's the stats document that I just added. I can click on that and I can even open it through the web browser if I want. So you can edit, you can make changes to it all through this web browser if you want. Or you can edit what's down in your hard drive. And this can, of course, also synchronize to different computers and all that good stuff. Now, I can also go in and I could change something. So I've got this important file here, and I'm just going to put the word changed on here. So we'll hit File, Save, exit out of that, and of course it synchronizes to the cloud. Now watch this. I can right-click the file, okay, and notice I've got version history right here I can click on, and it'll show me I've got one from 12 seconds ago, I've got one from 16 minutes ago. I can go back in time on that file if I want to. So I can switch to another version if I want. I can say restore, I can download it to another place. I can choose whichever one of those I want. Now it's restoring the file back to the way it was. Okay, so there you go. Close out of that, and I've now got the file back to the way it was. Of course, also you can delete files. So you can delete the file. Okay, it's now deleted. Okay, I can actually go into OneDrive and I can undelete it if I want here. Also, you can go to your website. Okay, you can go to the recycling bin, and there it is. So see, I can restore this file if I want. All I got to do is click the file, and then I can click restore. If I want to permanently delete it, I can do it that way. So I can click restore, and the file is going to get restored back into my files over here into the documents folder. So it'll be undeleted, okay? And there it is. And if I show back up in my local File Explorer version, notice it's there. Now it will show you this little cloud icon. It's just basically saying, hey, this is out in the cloud right now, but it hasn't been downloaded yet. If I open the file locally though, watch what happens. It's going to synchronize, and now the file is officially downloaded. So as you can see, OneDrive is very easy to use. You can synchronize all sorts of files, videos, pictures, audio, whatever you want. You can create other folders inside your OneDrive if you want. All sorts of stuff that's real easy to use, real user-friendly. If you move into the Microsoft 365 cloud stuff and Azure AD, if you get an Office 365 account, you actually get what's called OneDrive for Business. And at that point, every user who has a OneDrive for Business account actually gets 1 terabyte of cloud storage as part of the deal. So that's really cool in a business environment if your company has Office 365. So real easy to use, real easy to manage. Now OneDrive is a personal thing. You can't really control it a whole lot in a business. If you have OneDrive for Business, though, you can control that in your business. You can have policies that dictate what people can and cannot do. Okay, so hopefully that gives you guys a good understanding of OneDrive. It's real easy to use. It's not too difficult to learn.